out. I know what I'm doing. I'm not sleeping here. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
It's
Thor says hi.
It's Dave, the Wiz,
I'm Lucian.
the Lucian, him.
Hi, it's Chris.
It's Chris.
And here we have our mascot, Thor. Mwah.
And here we have our intro. And here I have some Skywalker OG.
And we're back. So
Hi, Lady Blind Wolf. Hi, Sophie.
there we go. Oh,
Okay.
chat.
Go to the chat. Let's say some hi as I get high.
Hello, Lady Blind Wolf. And
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Susie.
Susie the Gemini.
Susie the Gemini.
Hold on. I'm gonna disrobe.
How are you guys? How is everybody? Hi, Jazz hand hi.
I feel like it's been forever.
Seriously? No, seriously. It goes like that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm wearing
When
this
did you
shirt
get that
today.
shirt? That looks new.
Yeah, I had to. It'll come out in the story.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll get into that. This is the shirt of the day. Seriously. We'll
Hi,
get into that.
Emma.
Hi, Emma. Welcome to the popcorn party.
Yeah, Emmy gave me a fright there. Emmy said, help everyone at first there. I was like,
geez.
cards
Hi,
down, what's wrong?
Oh, that's weird. Help everyone.
I need
I mean,
help.
hello, not help.
Hi, Lori. Hi, Lene. Hi, Auntie Mama.
Ah,
So, how are you doing today, Chris?
Great. Yeah, busy day. Busy. But yeah, it's been a good day. Thank you. What about you guys?
and we'll talk about heat too. I have my bit. So, yeah, finish. Sorry, Chris. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but go
You
ahead.
didn't? No,
Oh,
I
good.
said, what about you guys?
You just asked how our little.
Well, so all right, let me go into a little spiel here. So I literally just landed at the airport at 4:30. It's what 5:45.
Yep.
From my business trip that was supposed to be a 3-day turned into a 10-day business trip, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But I'm doing good because I haven't been high in 10 days, and I just broke out the Skywalker OG. That's like special occasion weed.
Wait, is that what you really named it?
No, the weed, the strain.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bong itself.
So to me, Skywalker OG, which was featured on Disjointed,
Hi, Aaron.
is kind of one of the more famous strains around here. It's almost like the good wine. That's why I saved that for tonight.
Because he hasn't been able to smoke in like what, a week and a half,
10 days.
10 days.
Counted them.
Yeah, a week and a half. But no, it's good to have you back, Dave. I missed annoying you with my singing. It was weird to go into the bedroom and not see Dave there and bug him. Ow, ow, ow! You're like crushing my jaw.
Too bad.
Now
I haven't
my
seen
cheek's
you.
all wet.
I haven't seen you in 10 days. Oh, the lovings you're going to get. Oh, the lovings.
Hi, Opal. So, what have you been up to today, Chris? Anything fun and interesting on your end?
So I told you yesterday that I'm starting back Slimming World. I'm going to try and lose weight for my wedding in 7.5 months. So that happened this morning. I joined the virtual class this morning. We do the classes over Zoom just now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was up and that was at 8:30. And then, oh gosh, I forget. What else have I done? I've been to the shops. I feel as though I've done more than that, but at this particular moment in time, family quiz. I had my family quiz just before this. So that was, we won. We won the quiz.
Family quiz.
Oh, you won?
Yeah, we won.
Yay!
Yay! What's a family quiz?
Dave.
Well, do you know what a quiz is?
Mm-hmm.
So a quiz.
What did
with
your
my
family just take a quiz?
Yeah, so see, because of lockdown, we've been doing quizzes over Zoom every week.
Oh, it's like a little
we do a quiz.
competition thingy.
Yeah. So there's like
Oh!
kind of 6 that tune in. Do you know what I mean? There's me and Sandy, my boyfriend, my brother and his girlfriend, my other brother and his girlfriend, my mum and my stepdad, my gran and my uncle, and my stepdad's mum and dad. So we all kind of tune in every week and we do a wee family quiz. And
Nice.
me and Sandy won this week, so well delighted with that.
That's exciting.
We started.
Yeah,
doing that with
Amy,
your
like a
parents.
pub
What
quiz
happened?
but on Zoom. That's it exactly.
Yeah, we did that once and it just fizzled out.
Yeah, we should probably
Yeah, we're gonna have to bug the parents.
set it up again.
Yeah, I'll set it up.
Yeah.
And then we'll get a choice.
Well, I've now got a folder on my PC with like 1 million quiz questions, all sorted out by topic. So if you need to hit me up for quiz questions,
Cool.
send me a wee
Hey,
message.
your parents played that game. What was that game we played?
We were planning on playing Mafia. But the last time we played like some weird random things. So one
Oh yeah, it was built into the app.
Yeah, it was built into the app.
That's right. It was built in. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Right, young David, I'm comfy. I've got a drink. Tell me all about it.
Yeah. Hi,
So,
Natasha.
so they wanted to know all about the business trip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
How's the deets?
Sorry, let me just say a quick hi to because there's a few people popping in.
Yeah, I have to butter myself
Hi,
up. to
Kay.
tell this.
You finally made it.
Lovely Terry. Hi Terry.
Hi,
Book
Terry.
Lioness, Kay's here, Auntie Mama. Opal, hi. We caught Susie the
Did we say hi
Gemini.
to Sophie? Sophie
Yep,
Moon?
she was
Good.
the first one. Yeah.
That's
Book
right.
Lioness. I know Tasha. Tasha's popped in. I've seen Tasha. Emmy. Yeah. Collective hello to everyone.
Hi, Wiley.
Wiley Kylie, hello. I haven't seen Wiley in a while. I haven't seen anybody in a
I
while.
was gonna say you haven't been here.
All right, let me get into my story. So I just got back from a business trip. Literally just landed an hour and a half ago. Not
Literally.
even. Literally. Like the suitcase is right over there. The back, but yeah, literally just strolled in the house. Lucian had this set up, kind of like the lights, and we sat down. I packed a bowl of my bong, and I made him order me some
A smoothie.
smoothie, and that's it. That's how much time had passed. So I went on this business trip, which started out was supposed to be a 4-day business trip to do an install of some servers.
4 days, I thought it was just 7.
No, it was less.
No, because you
Let
left
me- no,
Wednesday and you're supposed to come back Wednesday.
No,
Oh, you're right.
yeah, you're right.
Just
Let me
kidding.
tell.
Never mind.
So, yeah. So, anyways, I get there, start doing the install. Half of the parts that I need not there. So now we're having meetings and calls. I was like, "Where are the parts? We need the parts. I can't do anything." Oh, you're gonna have to extend by a day. All right. Call the travel agent, the corporate travel. Body 2 added a day. Now it's 5. Parts still didn't come in. It got to the point there was one more part that we were missing. Added a day. That's day 6. They bring the part on day 6 and they put it in a truck that doesn't have, I don't know, I'm gay and I'm techie. I don't know what this means. The truck didn't have a lift gate, so they couldn't, but they basically brought the thing and couldn't unload it. Day 7. So this went on 10 days. So Lucian had asked, where did the shirt come from? Because seriously, it's the theme of my week. I had to keep adding so many days I've been out of clothes. I had to Uber to like a Filing's basement and buy socks and underwear and a couple of shirts. So then I get everything stacked and I'm down to like the last 5 cables to hook up. Everything's all vacked, and these are computer vacks. The last cable, not long enough. So I had to unrack half of the things rearrange it, and put it all back because they sent us the wrong length cable. This is how we get to day 10. So now, what is day 10? So I had to go buy underwear, socks, and shirts because I was just out of clothes. Finally, got everything hooked up, and it went smooth as butter from then on in. Until today. So we're going to fly back today. Today, like I said, I took off in the morning in Chicago and headed back to Rhode Island. So let me tell you something about Chicago. Let me tell you little something about Rhode Island. We take the mask shit seriously. We really do. Our governor's tough. There's a reason why out of all 50, all 50 states, the tiny little state of Rhode Island is actually leading the charge when it comes to the COVID response. Like, we've been on steady decline.
Aaron just asked, where was this?
Oh, I'll get you. It was in Chicago. I was in downtown Chicago. So, needless to say, we're doing really well here in Rhode Island. Rest of the country, not so much. So I get out to Chicago, and it's like maybe half the people wear masks. Most of them have it under the nose. They just don't care. They're all on top of each other. Oh, I'm going to get sick. So luckily I have the mask that actually has the carbon filters, so people can't get the damn germs on me. So I had to tell you all that leading into my trip back. So I'm at the airport in Chicago. I get there nice and early. I got my ticket. I paid an extra $40 so that I could be the second person to board the plane, because that's how fucking fast I wanted to get out of that city. And I like Chicago. I mean, Chicago is, out of the really big cities in the U.S., I really do like Chicago. So I don't want to dump on Chicago.
Sorry about earlier. I didn't mean to call everyone a bitch, but Thor just bit me as I was petting him. I don't know what it is. He's been fine all week. I'm not biting me up until you came back. Must be a Dave thing. When Dave has his energy in the room, he's like, I just want to bite everyone.
It's my anxiety. So anyways, I'm in this airport. And everything's closed. So it's like I'm trying to find something to eat. I finally stumbled across one little restaurant. This is after checking in. And sorry, I'm high. Let me see. Is this the one? Yeah, I'm going to show this. I'm going to try to do something stupid, and it's probably not going to work, but I don't care.
Robin just asked, did you have lunch with Oprah?
That is the line at this fucking restaurant. Let me play it again. See the guy there? It just keeps going. Because it's the only one open in Midway Airport. The Dunkin' Donuts is closed. Now, the Dunkin' Donuts never is closed. There's two things that keep going around the clock at night: cockroaches and Dunkin' Donuts. They're all 24 hours here. We have them freestanding 24 hours, in gas stations 24 hours, in the airport 24 hours, in the casinos 20. They're never closed. Dunkin' Donuts just doesn't close, at least around here. And even that was closed. So I get in that line because I had to get, and it was a chicken place, and actually pretty good, because I had to get something before my flight, and I had plenty of time. So I'm standing there, and I hope I'm not going to insult anybody here. Because, look, I'm a gay guy, and I don't know, maybe there's something I don't get. But I have this peeve with families at the airport. So I'm standing in line.
I'm going to go feed the cats. Hold on.
Okay, and I'll tell my story. Because I'm standing in line, and I'm behind this family, no masks, so it's a and then they're pretty young guys. It's a husband and a mom, pretty young, and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Like they're too young to have that many kids. That I don't know what they did, but they did. And like they were just running around. But the kids are going around. The father's jumping around like a fucking weeble, and the mother's just standing there like, "This is my life. I wish it wasn't." And like I literally. 2 seconds because they kept bumping me, and now there's signs and markers on the floor 6 feet apart because of COVID. Now these guys don't care. So until I got to the point where I was like, "Dude, 6 feet," and I pointed to the sign. So this, and then okay, I get my food. Well, I ordered, and then they're supposed to call your name when you go to pick it up. So I'm standing off to the side. Over here, and they come over here, so I move over here, and they like it got to the point where I think that they were fucking targeting me until like I was like, "Dude, you don't get away from me! I swear to God, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you over the head with the sign there that says social distance because there's signs everywhere." So that was I got my food, got on my plane. And then the rest of the flight was fantastic. It was great. We landed back here in Providence. We got off the plane. Everyone was courteous, and we got off the plane. Everyone was social distancing, and it was like I landed in Oz. I landed in Oz. People wearing masks, people being courteous, people being careful, restaurants open. And I got my luggage right away. It was like the 3rd bag off of the carousel wheel, and here I am. So in all of that, it's been 10 days because so I am a medical marijuana patient. I take medical marijuana for anxiety and ADHD. And I'll tell you, it works wonders for me. I mean, God, it makes me able to do this show. But seriously, it does wonders for me. And believe me, I've tried so many different things. It's a whole show I might just do all on its own. Maybe one of the Saturdays. Well, today is Saturday. So, but I had to have, because different states are different in the U.S. and it's, just a confunction over here. I can't travel with marijuana, because it's like it's still illegally federally, but the states say, I don't care what you say, it's legal here. It's just a conundrum. But because of our Constitution, states' rights, the state has more rights than the federal government. But you can't fly with it. You get in trouble. So needless to say, I have not medicated in like 10 days. And that is why, I don't know if you missed the beginning, but I have my special occasion weed. It's Skywalker OG. It is a nice indica blend. I think it's 60% indica with a little 20% sativa in there, so it's chilling because I need to be chilling. Like another symptoms I get. Let's watch the symptoms.
Oh, you're so high right now.
I'm so high right now.
This is Dave. Let's watch the symptoms.
I'm high right now.
I am backing up a bit there, Dave.
I know. Like another symptom that I get when my anxiety kicks in is GERD. I get, my anxiety just kicks the shit out of me. And I had one of the most stressfulest weeks. Luckily, my job itself doesn't stress me. If I got to unwire things, it's almost therapeutic. So that's the part that doesn't stress me. So I get through these business trips because I really love what I do. But it's all the shit around it that goes wrong. Like who shows up to deliver something without a tool to take it off the truck?
Right.
Like you ship. That's your job, is to ship things. And you can't, like, what? So that's the stuff that stresses me out. Nah, oh, I got to move this device down so I'll rewire it. Nah, that doesn't stress me out at all. It's therapeutic. I worked like 2 30-hour days, and being in the data center probably was, the calmest I've been because I felt the safest because there was no people. But anyways, I hadn't medicated in 10 days, so I'm breaking out the Skywalker OG, and I'm chilling.
Sounds like a plan.
But that was my trip.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask as many questions as you want.
An extremely crucial, important question for you here.
Mhm.
And I'm interested in what everybody else has got to say about this. When you're traveling, do you take... So you were talking about how you had to get more clothes. Do you take extra underwear all the time? Not that you plan on shitting yourself, but it's just always good to have extra underwear on hand, because I do that. And I don't think I've ever shit myself, but I still take extra boxers everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep,
Yes, I do. Okay, but here it is. I was supposed to be gone for 4 days, 3 nights. I took 6 pair of underwear. That's 2 per day. So I can shit myself every day. Once. I can shit myself once every day. I can add, I can pile them all up and shit myself like 3 times in one day. It's a lot of shit. And I still ran out of underwear because I was planning for 3 nights and it ended up being 10. Shit just kept going wrong. And it was night. And before, yeah. So, yeah, the question is yes.
I've been wanting to ask that question for the last 10 minutes.
Dave, I never forget. Let's put a comment here. Dave, I never forget what the comedian Dudley Moore said about the state of Rhode Island. It's so small, you can have it carpeted wall to wall, end to end. He said that in the movie Arthur. I think I remember that. Wow, that's an old movie. Shit. I'm fucking old. But I remember that. But I don't get what you say about us because we're kicking COVID's ass. The other states aren't. I feel safe. Of course,
Yeah,
I'm going to go take a COVID test.
As far as the UK goes, I think Scotland are doing quite well. Nicola Sturgeon, our First Minister, she's been doing quite well with it.
Awesome.
I saw a thing on Facebook that apparently people are planning on doing, we've been doing this clap for the NHS. The NHS is our health service, our national health service.
Yes,
so
yes, I saw something
clap
about
for the
that.
NHS at 8 o'clock every night, but apparently everybody's planning on doing a clap for Nicola Sturgeon at whenever it is on Sunday or something. So yeah, no, she's done quite well.
So what is a clap? I saw them. I caught a glimpse of this in the news.
Why am I thinking like ass cheeks clapping when you said that?
No, clap. What is that? What you're saying?
Wait, what?
Clap your hands.
Clap.
Clap. So you basically applaud them.
So basically what happens is you kind of stand at your door in your garden or out your window if you live in a kind of upper flat.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock on a Thursday. We're not doing it anymore, but we were doing it for a while. At 8 o'clock every Thursday, we were kind of standing at our windows and clapping, and it was, and some people were letting off fireworks and stuff.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. So it was so good. It was just our way, like, because obviously, like, our NHS have been working flat out throughout all of this, do you know what I mean? Putting themselves at risk for all of us to keep us safe, to keep us healthy. So that was our wee way to kind of show our appreciation.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome. When they've done something like that for us as well. Not a clap, but like they had so at our hospitals and where when the first responders come in, they've actually formed large groups on the side of the road and applauded or stood outside of hospitals and just applauded. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, because they work flat out, and it's scary. And I'll tell you what, because I've worked from home since March 4th. No, March 9th. So I followed the whole COVID thing from from beginning to end. Like I might write a book on this, I swear, because I followed. I watched every press conference our governor gave, so I followed it, and it was tough, especially at first. And I also have a sister that's a registered nurse at one of the hospital trauma centers on the front lines, taking care of some of these patients, and they didn't have enough. So I'll say it right out: the federal response, or shall we say the Trump administration, absolutely, he got bent over, spanked his ass like that, because he's just such an ineffective president. He just did nothing through this whole pandemic at all. It was all states. So at first, nurses wearing the same, it's a disposable mask. And my sister was wearing it for days. This is how they were protecting themselves. And those don't even protect you.
No, the masks protect other people from you.
Yeah.
A mask doesn't protect you. It stops your spitting when you're speaking, your natural kind of saliva that gets on people. It stops it from.
Yeah, it depends on the mask. The masks I have, I think it's in here. Oh, no, it might be in the room. Have the filter. So those are different. But yeah, and so just what these first responders have been through, and what the dedication, and just their dedication, they should be applauded. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. We owe them so much. We really do.
Yeah, we really do. And that's across the world. So it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, look, Oprah, because that's right. Oprah's mom is a first responder. For weeks, she was wearing. Now, I think it's gotten better. At least here in Rhode Island, it's gotten better. Like, we have so much supplies. We have so much supplies that they actually, you don't have to have symptoms to even get tested. I'm going to call, just because I took a trip, I'm going to call, I'm probably going to get a test. There's so much supply, is that you don't have to, you get in these big long lines to get tested. You just go to a website and say, I want to be tested.
Do you have to go and get tested?
I should. Yeah, I don't have to, because technically,
you should.
But because technically Illinois is, I don't know how, but is not a hot spot like Florida. Like, if you go to Florida, forget it. They won't even let you back in the state. Texas, even California is really bad. But yeah, it's crazy. But, a round of applause for those first responders, because they really, we owe them a lot.
Yeah.
Really do.
Why are you laughing?
No, sorry. I had a really funny thought in my brain.
Oh, my God. And it's been a while since I had one of these. Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of girls that do this, and it just looks so cute. But does this look cute on me? Like, when I do this, I'm just like, hey, girl, hey.
It looks, and I haven't seen you in 10 days, so anything on you looks cute. You know what really looks cute on you?
They're all cute still?
Yeah. But seriously, do you know what really looks cute on you?
What?
Me. Isn't that cute?
You know what looks really cute on me? Diamonds.
Yeah, you're in the wrong house for that shit.
Happy anniversary! No, I'm just kidding.
Who are you kidding, Lucian? You don't want diamonds, you want tarot decks. You want to be furnished with all the tarot decks in the world.
All the tarot decks on top of me, and I will be great.
Last I checked, anniversaries are a reciprocating celebration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We already discussed. You're gonna get a bong. I will get you a bong, and
out of your tip money.
Yes, and you can get me my the Sabbath tarot.
Yeah, we'll talk about this, because we'll see how much tip money you got. Because let me tell you, I could spend on bongs. There's a bong I'm looking at that's like $250. Oh my God, I love it.
Oh, Sophie's like, we took very good care of Lucian while you were gone.
Yeah, no, we were in good contact. We texted all the time, and we
called a
FaceTimed.
little, yeah, FaceTime a bit, called a bit,
Yeah.
sat there, cricket.
Crystals. Emmy says crystals. I should treat myself to a crystal penis.
Guys, see, this morning I saw a tarot deck, and I think you would both really like it.
Ooh,
It's Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. So Kelly at The Truth and Story uploaded a video either this morning or at some point in the last day. It's a walkthrough of it, and it looks absolutely stunning. So it does, like, really everything about it, the colors, the art style, it looks really amazing, and it's one that you can intuitively read from. So Dave, I think you would quite like it, and Lucian, if you've not seen it, have a look. I'm kind of disappointed because it's $50, and to ship it to me, Holy Spectrum, Tarot of the Holy Spectrum, I'm sure. And to ship it to me, it would be another $37.95 or something on top of that. So it's quite expensive for me to ship to me. But
sorry, let me see.
look at
Lucian's
these cards.
having a tarotgasm over there.
The fuck is that? No, I don't like that.
Oh, look how gorgeous that is.
Yeah, but I don't
It's
like.
like he's water bending.
I don't like how
the next one.
I don't like how they don't have them all labeled. What is that? The Two of Cups?
Yes.
They are labeled. They've got labels on them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 2, and then of course the cups. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're kind of there's a color
look at the
coding
gesture.
thing going on. So see, if you look at the suits, the actual cups themselves are all the same color. And the suit, the kind of background progresses, I think, from one color to another. It is stunning. And the backs, it's black. It's black backs, and it's edged black. It's so nice.
That's the first time I've ever seen like actual rain for like the water element. I actually really like what is that? The Queen of Cups.
That's the Queen of Cups. That is
That
is a pretty nice deck.
How much is this deck?
It's $50. I don't know how much shipping would be for you guys.
Probably like going to be like anywhere between 15 to, well, I don't know. It ranges depending on, but I don't think it'll be that much.
What was I going to say? The other thing I was going to say, see the major arcana, it's like the same, pretty much the same character that's progressing all the way through. So it is, it's like it's literally the fool's journey. It's so nice. Everybody
the Fool's
have a
Journey?
look at it.
That happened this afternoon.
Thanks, Dave. I was in the middle of a sip.
Sophie, it was Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. I'm sure if you look if you follow Kelly in the Truth and Stories channel, if you look at, I'm sure it was the last video that she uploaded. Have a look at it. She basically walks through the whole deck. Honestly, can't recommend it highly enough based on what I was kind of seeing on her channel. So good.
I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. Tarot of the Holy Spectrum.
Yeah.
Holy Spectrum.
Okay, no, Sandy doesn't read tarot or anything like that. Sandy's a gamer. He's not into divination or anything.
I haven't been here in a while.
Oh, true. You're forgetting. Hi, Shamara's here. Hi, Shamara. Been a while.
We haven't had sex in a while.
Dang.
It's been a while.
Righty.
How?
What are we doing then, guys? Are we going to do a cheeky wee?
Yeah, let's do the little hashtag. That was hashtag my tarot growth. That was originally started by Becca from Becca Talks and Tarot.
It's in the thingy down there somewhere. Wait a minute. It's going. Keep going. There it is.
Yeah.
Hashtag my tarot growth. Right there.
Just before where the fucking mask.
Yeah, wear the fucking masks, people.
So, the first question is, how has your tarot journey evolved?
I can go first on this one if you want. I've prepared my answers, so I don't mind going first
Sure.
each time, or if you want to change it up.
Make them big.
So when I started, I was really young when I started with tarot. I've told this story a few times about how my mum worked in a pub and she used to go to tarot nights at the pub and stuff. But yeah, I started really young, and when I started, I was still like, I'm talking 9, 10 kind of age, and I just thought it was like this magical thing that could tell the future. So it was very much fortune telling, future casting that I picked it up for in the first place. And for a long, long time, whenever I picked up the tarot, that was what I used it as. It was a fortune telling tool. It was like something magical, and don't get me wrong, it still is, but that was what I used it for. Now, over time, I kind of discovered YouTube, and I came to kind of, I came around to the idea that it can be used as like a psychological tool or a mirror, or whatever way we like to think of it as. And I would say that I'm kind of a wee bit of both. I'll be honest, right? And I know a lot of people don't like the whole fortune telling thing, but I do still kind of like a wee bit of fortune telling just for a wee bit of fun. And it's one of those things where it's quite often true, and I don't know how it works.
Wait a minute.
But I don't need to know how it works. For me, when I look
Tell me
in the
about
card,
the fortune telling. So what is that? Explain the fortune telling aspect.
when I say fortune telling, I mean like what you would think of as like, going to a fortune teller to get your cards read, get your future read, get your future told. So sorry, that's what I mean when I use that
Okay.
term. I'm
Well,
hoping
like
that's not an offensive term or anything like that.
No,
That's
I was curious.
So yeah, that's what we call it here, fortune telling. And I think, to be honest, I think that's a big reason why, a lot of people maybe look down on it, or just think that it's a lot of rubbish, or how they kind of a lot of negative views that people have of this. I think it's because they only see the kind of fortune telling side of things. Whereas if we were to maybe kind of sit someone down and explain, look, it's not just a tool for fortune telling, it's also, a psychological tool. You look in the cards and everybody will see different things. The idea is it makes you kind of think about things in a different way, and there can't be anything wrong with that. But I think that's where a lot of the stigma comes from, is the whole fortune telling side. But I've got to be honest, I do still quite enjoy the looking into the future thing. And like I say, it's one of those things. It works. I don't know how it works. I don't need to know how it works. I just know that quite often, the things that we see in the cards, they do kind of come true. There's some people who say that's because that seed is planted in my mind and I've then manifested that. Maybe that's what the case is. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, if that is what it is. But yeah, sorry, that took me ages to answer. What about you guys?
Well,
I'll let you go first.
No. I just want to comment on that because it's very interesting. Because like here in the States, like the term fortune telling is, or a fortune teller, like there really isn't any. The fortune teller is like this almost con artist type of Swami. They have like the electronic ones, like the whole you put it in, it goes, oh, my crystal ball, and it spits the ticket out. They have them in arcades, but tarot is kind of this almost like underground thing that's associated with a lot of metaphysical or witchy shops, which on the flip side of that, the witchy shops are really becoming popular and common out here. Mm-hmm. But that's where you'd go to get your fortune. It's like this one-stop shop. You go in there, you get some candles, you get some crystals, some incense, and you get your cards done. And that's literally how our conversations would go, because that's kind of how it was. But I just want to put that comment. So, because my tarot journey is going to be long.
Oh, okay, I'll go.
So you go.
So for me, it was kind of similar. In the beginning, I was pulled into it because I thought that, little did I know, I thought tarot was a tool to literally read your fortune. I just thought it was so cool that people could like read cards and predict what your future was. Until obviously I got my first deck, started learning about it, researching, and then discovering that tarot today for me is used as a tool to expand your mind to the possibilities of what could occur in life. Because I know a lot of times today, like my mom sent me an interesting article one time about how a lot of people do tarot because it helps sometimes influence a decision. Like, for example, if they're about to buy cereal and they're not sure, should I buy the Wheaties or should I buy the Lucky Charms? They'll cast their cards and be like, okay, Lucky Charms it is today. So it's very interesting, the journey of tarot for me. I just feel like the whole journey has been this growth of learning more of who I am, as well as it's discovering more about other people as well on a deeper level that you're not really, well, for me, I didn't even think was even possible. So what about you, Dave?
Well, I've been doing tarot for quite some time. It was back in the beginning. It was introduced to me by a coworker who was a witch. That's how I was taught. I was taught a somewhat different way. Well, I said a different way. I was taught to read intuitively. I was taught that I need to connect with that deck, which is why I have this deck here that we're like soulmates. That's how I was taught to read. That's how I started reading. I've always known that it existed, getting cards read, again, associated with metaphysical shops. I started working on wizardry way before tarot. When I decided when I decided that I was a wizard, I went to, I signed up to an online wizard school, did some learning there. And, but also even on my own, reading books and finding and seeking out that local metaphysical shop. From going there, you'd always see the signs, get your cards read. And the funny thing is, I've never gotten my cards read. You would think I would have gotten
your cards.
No. I'm talking about in my journey. You would think, like out here, right? We've gone to the metaphysical shops, right? Even Mystic Touch.
Oh yeah,
here.
I've never had my card reading.
I've never had it.
Anyone else other than Dave and Chris before.
But I kept seeing those signs. I was like, and they sell the cards. A lot of these witchy shops sell cards too, a small amount. So I was just looking at the cards, and it's like, and that's when I asked my friend Kathy, and that's it. Got introduced into the tarot. So, has it evolved any? Outside of working on my intuition itself as a skill, right? Really working with my third eye, nothing really has changed. I've just gotten better at connecting and reading with my cards. It's still the same methodology that I've had from day one.
I have a quick question because, Chris, do you have Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Do you ever sometimes like add certain people and then they have like, they'll be like, oh, blah, 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 tarot, blah, 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 for their handle. And then you'll add them. And then like 5 minutes later, you get a message on the side saying like, oh, if you want your fortune read for an hour, blah, 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 blah. Do you ever laugh at that and go like, oh, honey, I read my own cards?
Do you know, I've never had that. The reason being, I only follow people on Instagram that I know. So I'm following you on Instagram. I follow the boy diviner, Casper.
Mm-hmm.
I follow James Feeney, Lemniscat Logic. I can't really think of anybody else that I follow, if I'm totally honest with you. If anybody here has got an Instagram that they use, feel free to post your your links, and I'll give you a wee follow. But no, I don't tend to follow people unless I know that they're kind of genuine, if you want to put it that way.
That's pretty amazing. Caroline said, I started out reading playing cards over 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Learned astrology, then tarot. That's awesome.
There's a lot of roots, tarot roots, and back into that old, just using playing cards, almost like the gypsy sort of reading. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone we knew.
What is this?
She learned how to read playing cards, and I know a little bit. I have a book on it. The Hoodoo way of, or what's it called? Hoodoo playing cards, I think. It's very cool though. Definitely a different system.
I need a drink.
Oh yeah, steal my drink. You finish your drink, now drink mine.
I just got home.
Did you enjoy
Oh,
that?
you've not seen him in 10 days. Give him a wee bit of your drink.
I don't miss him stealing my shit.
Dave, I've missed you, and I'm glad you're here. You could have some of my drink if you were here, but unfortunately we're...
Yeah,
Okay.
see Dave, just reach on through that screen right there.
At least he's willing
Snatch
to share
the
it.
drink.
At least he's willing.
Vodka, Coke, and my Harry
yeah.
Potter glass.
Ew.
What? It's water.
But what's in it? No, you do that nasty one.
No, it's water with the orange vanilla.
So somewhere in time, Taro. So I'd posted a wee comment and Dave highlighted it there. It's good to hear from everybody. That's why we're doing these live, because we thought it would introduce an interesting dynamic just to kind of have everybody get involved and hear your comments about the stuff. And so somewhere in time, Taro.
I gotta get to my bag. Hold on.
Somewhere in time, Taro. I started out reading playing cards over 40 years ago. Learned astrology and then tarot. Okay. I've had an interest in tarot always. Had a deck or two forever. I ended up taking a class on intuitive reading more to help me organise my brain.
That's
Gotta love ADHD.
Look out!
Wiley Kiley wants to have a glass of wine. Wiley Kiley,
Oh,
go
absolutely.
you get your glass of wine. We will wait for you. Nothing interesting will happen until you've got that wine. Go you get your glass of wine. In fact, you know what? Why not just get the bottle and a big ass straw?
Right.
Go for it. You
Clink,
go,
clink,
girl.
take a drink.
Clink, clink, take a puff before I get to these almonds.
So, Chris, what was your first deck you ever bought in the most recent deck?
Okay, so the first one that I ever bought was the original Rider-Waite. Original Rider-Waite tarot deck is what it's called. Rider-Waite Smith, obviously, but it was this one. So this was, when I was young and we decided I wanted to get one, and we went into a bookshop called Waterstones that we have here, and that was where I got it. The guy behind the counter was really helpful. Was he? I can't even remember. I was so young, but he basically kind of put up lots of different tarot decks onto the counter, all the ones they had, and then he said to me, right, what kind of things do you like? And so, do you like this? No, you don't like that. So he would take a couple away, and we eventually narrowed it down to 2. And it was between this one and another one. And you know, something that's always bugged me is I can't remember what the other one was, and I'm never going to know what it was, because we're talking, probably the late 1990s. So I think I remember it being a kind of white box. Something's telling me it may well be actually, see the Universal Rider-Waite? Sorry, I keep meaning to use inverted commas when I say Rider-Waite, because I know we like to say Rider-Waite Smith, but the one that's called the Universal Rider-Waite, I wonder if it was that, because I'm sure that's got a kind of whitish box, but it did at that time. But that was my first, and then the last one that I bought was the Anna Kay Tarot. So I bought that yesterday morning, and it came yesterday evening, and that's this one. So yeah, that's my 2. What about you guys?
Oh wait, did you talk about the most recent deck?
Yeah, Anna Kay.
Oh right, sorry, you just said that.
Did you fall asleep? Are you buffering?
I buffered for
Buffering.
a slight minute there.
Brain fart moment.
So since Dave's kind of occupied with packing,
Packing a
For
bowl.
me, the first deck I ever got was the Hermetic Tarot. It's in black and white, and at first, I first saw it and thought it was super cool looking, until, of course, I had the deck in my hands, was trying to read with it, and it was just a deck that didn't really, like, resonate with me. I had trouble trying to read with it, and Dave even, I remember, was like, oh, you'll know when you have that deck when you can easily read with it intuitively, and I just couldn't. So I either tossed it or I sold it. So that was the first one I ever bought. And then the most recent I just bought was hold on.
Wow, I should have gone.
What's happening here, ladies and gentlemen, is Lucian has bought a tarot deck that Dave doesn't know about yet.
Oh, it
So
was
Lucian is desperately trying to think back of the last tarot deck that he bought that Dave knows about.
Chris has got it right.
What?
Yeah, there's probably dozens I don't know about.
The most recent I purchased, well, not the most recent. The most kind of distant recent.
No, the most recent.
Okay, so the most distant recent.
No.
Okay, the most recent I just purchased was the Primordial Compass Tarot and the Sidewalk Chalk Fournier Tarot de Marseille from 1870.
And when and how much?
Oh, this was like weeks ago.
Your sister's ass was weeks ago. When and how much?
What's that much?
So it's when and how much?
Price doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think price is part of the hashtag, is it, Lucy?
Right, price is part of that tag. It just said where and when. What about you, Dave?
Where and when?
Where online? When?
No.
Last week.
No, when and how much?
Nope, you already asked that question, so I answered that.
Then I'm going to hostage.
No.
I got a hostage.
Okay, they weren't that much. So let's keep going, Dave. Dave, come on.
I'm going to drink another sip.
Dave, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah, no, it's going to get real awkward. We're going to pause the show for a minute. We'll be right back. Oh, you're going to ruin my high. Anyways, so is it the first deck you bought or first deck you've owned?
I've given the first deck that I owned because I was young, 9 and I didn't buy it, so the first deck that I ever got.
All right, so this is my first deck I've ever owned, but it was gifted to me by my mentor, Witch, who taught me how to read tarot. It's Kathy. Her name was Kathy. Yeah, it's actually not a bad. I can read with this deck. It's not a bad deck. It's cute. So that was this is the deck I learned on. But the first deck I ever purchased was my Wizard's Tarot.
That's a book.
This is the deck.
I know.
You know what I could do with this book?
Here, let me bend over.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on. I gotta put it like this when I do. You know what I could do with this book? Because they couldn't see my facial expressions. But yeah, I know it's a book. It's the deck that I used most. It's my go-to deck.
Yeah.
That was the first one I purchased.
Have you even tried reading with the Witch's Tarot in a while?
I've read with it. Oh, I not recently, no.
You should probably try tonight.
Does anyone else in the chat think we should, from this point on, refer to the Wizard's Tarot as the Dave Tarot? Because I think we should. Because Dave, you're the only person that I know that actually reads with it, and I associate that with you and you with that. So it's the Dave Tarot from now on.
Hold on. Talk amongst yourself. So I'm going to put it in the thingy.
So the next question is a bit confusing. I'm not exactly sure what it means by this. Has your art style changed? Like, are we talking to you the art style of the decks that you are gravitated towards?
Hang on, Dave's not told us the latest one that he got. What was the latest one that you got, Dave?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I had the latest one. Yeah. Tower of Enchantment. The latest one. Well, this is the latest one I've purchased. But I do think it's the latest one.
Like a month ago?
Yeah. I don't know what came in first. I got this after I got the deck from Opal. So that's
that's the most recent.
That's the most recent.
Right, sorry. So what was the next one?
Has your art style changed? So
for me, sorry.
I don't even know what that means.
Regarding like the kind of decks that you're gravitated to?
Yeah, I think that's the kind of art style of the decks that you gravitate towards, that you enjoy, that you like. For me, I've said I would say that I've always enjoyed quite a diverse art style.
Mhm.
I don't think that a particular art style would put me off or automatically put me off or turn me on. Although that doesn't sound like the right expression that I should use. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm quite. I don't know. See, I've always said like one of you guys could probably come in here and look at all my tarot decks and say, "Oh yeah, you like that kind of art style." Do you know what I mean? And just like get me down to a T. But I don't see it. I think that there's quite a different range of art styles here. So yeah, I would say that my art style's kind of quite fluid. What about you?
For me, it's definitely changed. When I first started doing tarot, I was definitely drawn more to like the darker, shadowy decks. Because I was like, I'm a Scorpio. I gravitate towards mystery and creepy, and anything freaky. But now, because I've been kind of deck collecting, maybe we'll call it that. It's opened up my eyes to the more styles out there. Like now, I'm always drawn to still the darker decks. I'm drawn to more of the artistic decks, and recently I have an interest in more of like the historical decks. So my style definitely has changed over the month. What about you, Dave?
Well, this Skywalker OG really works. Be nice and calm.
Oh, that's good.
My style? No, it hasn't changed a bit. I've always liked the really vibrant, more realistic looking art style that really lends towards intuitive reading. And anything with a good theme, like the Wizard's Tarot, I like. Tarot in Wonderland with the Alice theme, I really like. New Era Elements with the, real emotional and, modern theme, I really like. So those are the things, but they're all very hyper realistic in their art style. That's what I like.
Cool.
I was going to ask something there and I know I've forgotten what it was. That's annoying. Oh yeah, Dave, have you got any Ciro Marchetti decks?
Any who, what, how?
Ciro Marchetti, so like the Gilded Tarot and I'm sure you've got the Gilded or the Gilded Royale, haven't you?
I have it somewhere, yeah.
Yes, he has the Gilded Tarot.
Yep.
I didn't know that was by him.
Yeah.
Oh, and
no, but how about Barbara Moore? Do you have any Barbara Moore decks?
I don't know actually. Good question. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Down low. Down.
No, right there.
There we go.
It's a Tarot in Wonderland, Barbara Moore. And the new Wizard's Tarot, Barbara Moore.
Right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So has the way you guys do spreads changed at all from when you first started tarot to today?
Yeah, for me, definitely. Absolutely. For me, I was always like, I don't really know, like I would just like kind of look at the book and just that would be the spread that I would do. Whereas now I think I have a more tendency to improvise and kind of do my own stuff. I've made up my elemental matrix spread. I like 3 card spreads. I like to kind of experiment with what the 3 cards mean. Past, present, future, I've kind of fallen away from that because I don't really feel like it floats my boat anymore. I more prefer either the situation, advice, and outcome. So situation, advice, outcome. Or I also like something that I've kind of tried recently as situation, do this, don't do this. That's actually a pretty powerful wee 3 card spread. If you're ever in a pickle and you're wanting to have a think about, have a chat with the cards about what you should do. That's a Rachel Pollack one, so it is. So yeah, I would definitely say that my spread style's changed. Now what I'm trying to do is have a few that I can do and I know really well, rather than before I was just like kind of looking up a new spread every day, and I think I was on there was a website that just had like thousands of tarot spreads. So yeah, that's me.
Cool. For me, I'm still kind of in the learning process, so I still use a 3 card spread quite often. I mean, I don't do it as the past, present, future like I used to. Now I just kind of see it as like 3 cards, but like what is it telling as a whole? Not necessarily, okay, the first card's past, present, future. I would like to venture into the other bigger spreads, because according to Dave, it's easier to read them when you have more cards, right?
Well, it's easier. There's a lot more information. So it's not... I don't know. It's easier for me to read them because I can read them.
You see a bigger picture than just the 3 cards.
Yeah.
So, what are you, Dave?
Well, it's changed quite a bit. When I first started to learn to read cards, I used to just throw them up in the air and run. I'm kidding.
I was like, what? 78 card pickup?
Yeah. No, but seriously, so I started by reading 2 spreads as I spit. A card of the day, where it's just 1 card a day, and the Celtic Cross. I never did 3 card spreads. It was just those 2. And also, when I did my early Celtic spreads, I wouldn't ask the question. I would have the person I was reading for take the cards, shuffle them, ask the questions directly to the cards, not to me. Get their energy in there. Then I would shuffle and read, and I would just try to interpret what I was seeing pictorially or intuitively in the cards. And I've done some very successful reads that way.
Cool.
I didn't mean to stop. So that's how I early on. Now I will take the question, do the reading, more of the traditional way, and I do more spreads. Not a lot. Unless I have to do the 3 card spread. I still do the Celtic spread. I do the world spread around the world. Not the world. Wheel of the Year. The fucking world. What am I getting world from? But I do the Wheel of the Year. And I think those are the only ones.
My twin's in the chat.
Yeah, what's the
Hi,
matter?
twin.
Who's your twin?
Lucian. Though, Lucian, you
Oh.
pronounce it Lucien, right? The French way, even though it's spelled the American way, apparently, I think.
No, that's spelled the French way.
Lucian?
Yes, Lucien.
No, the French way is Lucien.
I don't know about that.
I know, because remember I was trying to figure out what kind of spelling I wanted?
Uh-huh. Anyways.
Hi, Lucian, anyway, or Lucian. Do you know, Lucy?
Yeah.
Or Lucy here, I've been pronouncing your name different ways each time. I didn't know there was a particular way you wanted it pronounced, so sorry.
No,
So,
okay.
Lucian, yeah, Lucian and not Lucian.
Lucian, yep.
So you're Lucian and you're Lucian in the chat. So we all know that if I say Lucian, I'm talking to Lucian's fan. But if I say Lucian or Lucy, then I'm talking to
To me,
good old
You both sound the fucking same to me.
Lucian.
Do it again. That sounds the same to me.
Lucian or Lucian.
Lucian or
Oh.
Lucian.
Okay, I got it.
Now to get it.
I call you Lucian.
You'll see a
sometimes.
huge difference with the spelling because Lucian is Lucian. Lucian is Lucien.
When he pisses me off, I cross my arms. I go Lucian.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't.
Well, I do it now.
Girl.
Somewhere in time, Taro said something interesting here. So
I do
my
reading mostly with my playing cards, like a Lenormand tableau where I lay out the whole deck to see where you fall into your reading. I read up and down and diagonal. Oh, wow.
So do you lay out all 52 cards? Because that's a massive card spread, isn't it? Like, that's a lot of cards. It's interesting. And can I ask, how do you, like, if you're reading with playing cards, is it like a kind of Marseille type structure where you read numerology and, you know, the element?
She
So
said
it's almost like reading the minors.
Yeah, I think she says similar to like Lenormand.
The Lenormand tableau.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are we on to the last one then, about how your system's changed? About whether your system's changed. Is that?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yes, the system has changed. I used to read RWS because pips scared me and I couldn't read intuitively with them. And when I first started learning, Dave kept on saying, like, it's good to get a deck that you connect with that you can read intuitively. And I found it a lot easier to read RWS to read intuitively. Now I've actually branched over into Marseille and have been learning how to read with that, with the numerology aspect, the elemental aspect, looking at the court cards and then saying, like, okay, you have the swords. What does swords represent, literally? And then that kind of became a little bit overwhelming trying to mash it all together. So for now, I'm going to just kind of go back to RWS just for a little bit while still studying Marseille at the same time. So, yeah. My system.
And you'll still be able to incorporate that Marseille stuff into your RWS, and you'll be able to see how much your RWS stuff, your knowledge has grown from when you read it before you had any Marseille knowledge. So that'll be good.
Absolutely.
Mr. Dave, what about you?
Nope, it hasn't changed. I am an RWS guy. I love RWS. It's just, I don't know. I just have had no desire to branch into the other aspects, because I'll incorporate symbology and numerology into my intuitive readings, but I feel I get way more information and way more accurate reading from intuitive. It's almost like reading non-intuitively almost kind of forces you into this direct definition, and I just feel very boxed in trying to read like that. So I need a more intuitive deck to be able to read, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
makes sense to me because I'm high.
See, before I give my answer, do we want to talk about doing readings and start asking people who want a reading to make themselves known?
Yeah.
We're a wee bit ahead of the game.
It's in the scrolly. See, there is.
Sorry.
Get added. Make the arrows to get added.
So I think this is the last question. So whoever wants a reading, if you do the usual, make the arrow, and then by the time I'm finished what is it we're looking to do? Are we going to maybe see if we can get through 6 and then see what time we're at and where we are? Or
and if one of the admins in the chat could keep record of the list for us, that'd be fantastic.
What time is it?
It's
7 here. What's his time?
12.
All right, let's do this. I say we just read until Chris drops.
I say that too, actually. I don't mind going on for a wee bit longer than what we usually do. As long as you guys don't, and as long as the people in the chat don't mind staying a wee bit longer, I'm quite happy to kind of keep going. I'm quite enjoying this. I am just texting my fiance and telling him I would like my drink refreshed, so bear with.
Awesome.
So far.
Yeah,
we have
so
football.
sorry. So the question was, has your system changed and how has it changed? So I would say, yeah. I mean, I'm still primarily Rider-Waite Smith all the way, but I have learned a lot about numerology and elemental kind of meanings and associations. I have kind of, as I've gone along, I've kind of picked up more intuitive kind of styles of reading, and now I feel like I'm in a place where I can kind of combine them all. And pick up different things depending on how the cards lie and how just what pops out to me at that time. So if, for example, if I pull 3 7s, then to me that the numerology aspect of the reading will really pop out at me, obviously, and I can really take from that. What are you two doing?
Oh, hand sanitizing.
So we're practicing our hygiene. Kill the COVID. Look at this. But that's
Very nice. Cool. But yeah, that's me. So I guess my style of reading has changed. It's kind of evolved over time, but it's more grown. I've not left RWS. I'm still very much in that camp. But yeah.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Yeah, hi, John. How you doing?
So again, for those who want a reading, do the arrow like that.
Oh,
so far we have 2 people.
All right.
What deck are you going to be reading with tonight, Chris?
I'm actually going to I'm going to change it up a wee bit, and I'm going to. So I've got 3 decks out. I've got my Shadowlands, I've got my new Anna K, which is this, and I've got my good old trusted standard Lightseers. So I've got them all out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give the Shadowlands a go, and if it's all going tits up in the air, then I will switch back to my good old trusted faithful Lightseers.
That's what I'm using tonight, is the Lightseers.
Oh, very nice.
So for me, when you post your question, you need to post a 1, a 2, or a 3. I have 3 decks here, and you're not going to know what you pick, but whatever number you pick, I'm reading with that deck.
That's good.
The 3 decks are my original Wizards Tarot, the Gilded Royal Tarot, and my original Witches Tarot.
How exciting.
Hi, D.
I'm trying to spice it up in here.
I want to see you read with the Witches Tarot, Dave, because I don't think I've seen you read with that.
Yeah.
And I've got that. I've got the borderless version, the kind of original borderless, and I've got the one with the
they
black
have a
border.
borderless version. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to see a couple of cards from it?
Yeah.
It's so nice. It's really good.
Oh, waiting for
I think it's long out of print, to be honest with you. So it's the pictures are pretty much the same, except it's borderless and it's got just the number here.
Yep.
Let's see if I can find you some majors. So there's the death card. So yeah, I do much prefer the borderless version. It's really nice.
Yeah, I don't know, because like they take the labels off. I like the labels. This is my bordered. And
so that's what I'm saying. It's still got labels. It still tells you it's the 6, and you can see that it's Pentacles, and it's got the you can see there at the top it says the Universe 21.
Oh, okay. Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Boobies alert.
Oh. Show me the tower.
Tower.
And this is mine, but what's beautiful about this is I edged this. Look at that edginess. Okay. I said they moved the text up to the top and put it over. I see. But it's the same picture.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Yours?
So yours is edged. I've edged my version of that one. My bordered one is edged, but I've not edged this one just because it's borderless, and I'm always scared it's going to
bleed in. Yeah.
And I think this is long out of print, so I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, that's right. This is another out of print deck that I have here.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's out of
Oh God,
Witch's
yeah,
Tarot?
yeah.
Okay, Opal, post your question, love, in all caps, please.
And let me know 1, 2, or 3.
Are we pulling 3 cards, guys, or 2, or what's the script?
Let's pull 3.
Okay.
Seeing as the list is all of 4 people. It'll give time for bigger readings.
Divination, I don't have a channel. I just I'm an imposter on these guys' channel. I'm like a regular imposter,
Yep.
but I don't have my own channel, I'm afraid.
Opal said general and 2.
Okay.
Yeah, put it up on the.
Let's see. What order are we going in, guys? Who's going first?
Lucian.
I just pulled my cards. Hold on. Okay.
You want me to go first? I'm happy to go first.
Sure.
I'm
Thank you. I'm still trying to decipher mine.
I'm trying to shuffle. I haven't even pulled.
Opal. I've got the Magician, then the High Priestess. So that's interesting that they've come out one after the other. And then I've got the Queen of Wands for you. Okay. So the Magician is telling me that, you know, you're wanting to be more out there. The Magician is very much the kind of active energy, and the High Priestess is the passive energy. All right. The Magician is very much, you know, the street magician. He's the one that draws everyone in with his magic tricks. Everyone wants to know what's happening with the Magician. You know, the things that he can do, his skills and his talents. You know, they fascinate and interest everyone. So that's where you want to be. The advice is actually the High Priestess, which is the opposite of the Magician. Okay. What the High Priestess is saying to me is be a wee bit more inward, focus a bit more on yourself, focus more on, you know, so depending on what it is that you're looking to do, and from previous questions, you know, I know that unless you're wondering about something different right now, I know that it is thank you. I know that it's your YouTube channel that you generally ask about. So given the you know the content of your YouTube channel, what I would say is focus on your practice, focus inward, and I'm pretty sure that I've pulled the Hermit for you before. So the Hermit and the High Priestess are quite similar in that they're both asking you to look inward, really focus on yourself, self-exploration, to determine what your gifts are, to develop those gifts, and to then explore how you put them out there. And then for the kind of outcome card, we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is like your, you know, if a celebrity is going to be embodied in the tarot, it's going to be the Queen of Wands. You know, you'll often see her with, in fact, yeah, she's got a wee freaky sunflower next to her, and she's got the black cat as well. So sunflowers are associated with the Queen of Wands. My understanding is because they turn towards the sun, you know. The Queen of Wands can really handle the fire. She can handle being in the public eye. So she's very much a public figure. She inspires everyone. That's who the Queen of Wands is, and that's where you can kind of take this. But you first of all, the advice in the cards for you is to really focus inward first. Understand your own talents, your own gifts, and what all of this means for you and to you first, and then then turn it on, the outside world and try and kind of draw everyone in with it. All right. What about you guys?
Who's next?
Oh, thank you very much, Jesse. Can I just say before we move on?
Okay, I guess I'm next. The first card I got, and just so you know, deck number 2 is the Gilded Tarot. So that's what I'm reading with. Okay. The first card is the Knight of Pentacles. Now we take a look at him. Knights are protectors. I see, you think knight in shining armor. The knights are someone watching over to protect you. They've got they've for protection, they've got that protector, that male energy with it. But there's some protections washing over you right now. The next card is the Page of Wands. Now I look at these pages, they bring change. They're like guides. There's a guiding influence. Also, washing over you, as far as, there's a lot of things you're questioning, right? There's a lot of things right now that you might not feel sure of, right? But what the cards are trying to say is that, there's protection and there's someone guiding you. It could be your own intuition that you're denying. It could be some advice that you might have been gotten by someone. But there's something that I think inside is the right path, the right direction. Pay close attention to that because someone's looking out for you. And the last card is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. Hold on. Let's try that again. The Ace of Cups. Okay. Aces represent new beginnings. This is, there's going to be a little bit of tweak that needs to happen. When tying this all together, there's something that you're contemplating changing, whether it's a direction of something or something along that lines. Have faith in it and just make that change, because that new beginning is what's going to, is what's going to bring you to the next level. Lucian?
Jesus.
Do you guys mind if I quickly cut in, because I've saw a comment from Opal, and I just very quickly want to give her a one-liner, if that would be okay, Lucian?
Yeah, that's fine.
Which one?
So she said it's not about our YouTube channel this time, it's about our writing.
On our writing.
So what I wanted to say was, very quickly, so what the cards then are saying to me, Opal, is so you're wanting to kind of draw people in with your writing. So I'm not sure what it is that you're writing, but I can, with these two cards, I can tell that you're wanting to kind of write for the purpose of putting it out there. What the High Priestess is telling you is journal first. Write just for yourself first. All right, get yourself a lovely book like what I've done. I've got myself a, one of these diary things, and I've been kind of writing lots, well, not so much, lots of blank pages, but journal first, write for yourself, explore it that way before you start kind of writing stuff for other people. So, Lucian, sorry.
Definitely. Well, hold on, because I was going to jump in there too. Absolutely, when it comes to the writing, yes, put more time into it. Make it something, make it a therapy, make it something that you put some good time into. That's the change. You might have to back away from some other aspect. Maybe do a little bit, a little bit less on the YouTube side. But put that focus into writing, because there's something calling you to this, to your writing. Oh, you can go now.
Oh, ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready? My turn? You sure?
Yep.
Move over.
Ow.
So for you, Opal, I pulled the Three of Swords, I pulled. Hold on, just fell on the floor. Awkward. I pulled the 8 of Cups, and then I pulled the Fool. Now, what I see with the 3 of Swords is obviously with your situation, it's causing a lot of turmoil, a lot of stress. It's not allowing you to push past a certain barrier. Something is blocking you, and you're having trouble breaking free of that block and pushing past so that you can get your creative mind flowing again. With the 8 of Cups, yes, it's about walking away, but it's also, to me, about probably not focusing too much on trying to write. Because in the past, for me, whenever I've had a block and not been able to write something, the more I focus on trying to write, the more it gets frustrating, because then it's like you're just trying to force it. So what this card to me is showing is that it's about maybe you need to take that space from writing for a little bit, find something else that re-inspires you back into writing, because for all we know, it could be something that you just aren't inspired, that's giving you that motivation, that reason to write. So maybe it's about experiencing something that will give you like an aha moment. Once you do that, you will experience freedom and happiness and joy, and yeah, you'll just be, it'll all come back to you and it'll just start to flow. So
looks like she's holding Chinese food.
no, it's crystal, I think. Yeah, it's crystal.
Is. Okay.
It's big amethyst crystal.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So that's my reading.
Wow.
Hope that helped, Opal.
Yeah, let us know. Give us some feedback as always. And I think KL might be next. Okay, when you're ready, if you want to start posting your question.
Wait, go down.
Am I wrong?
LOL, Lucy knows hides. What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Or maybe you have more insight into her.
I just know that she's having issues writing.
Hmm. Well, spend more time at it, right? That's what my card says. But that doesn't mean, that could be just give it more time. Like instead of trying to force yourself to write, maybe, you know, I'm gonna take a break from it. So like what I would do if I can't write something, I'll go kayaking. I'll go do these things that inspire me, but aren't writing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Almost like a meditation.
Did KL post her question?
Not yet, I don't think.
Who's up next?
KL.
Kale.
KL.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it didn't go through. I don't know why people's questions aren't going through lately.
I know, it's strange, isn't it? It seems to be that there's certain words that stop
That's what it is.
messages from coming altogether. Like, I'm pretty sure the word cut doesn't let a message come through, and I'm not really sure why.
Cut. Let me see.
Cut
Like that,
CUT,
Wiley.
but yeah. No, it's not just UK. We've had the same problem with other people as well.
Yeah, it's just very weird.
Sarana, Tari, if you make the wee arrow symbol,
We'll add it
if
to
you want a reading, then the admin, whoever's looking after it, the admins will add you to the list.
Yeah, it's this arrow thing right here.
That's okay, I just added her.
Yay!
Oh, sorted.
What happened?
We're waiting for Kale's question. It's not posting for some reason.
Oh, it won't let Kale's question come through. Try rewording it. Abbreviate everything. That way it tricks it into not thinking it's real words.
Lainey Smith, if you're still here, then if you want to kind of be ready with yours, just in case we need to call you as a backup.
Come on, you.
Have you got it?
There it is. My ex-husband had a heck of a time. I'm trying to shoo. I want to read it. My ex-husband has had a heck of a time since our divorce last year. How can I help support him while he gets his act together? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing when I talk to him? I ain't going first on this one. I need some. I need a All right, you know what? I'm going to do that one since you did do a number. I'm going to do that one with my Wizard's Tarot.
She wanted a reading with the witches.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can do the witches one.
See what to do, guys. See if the caps, posting in caps, is what's causing the problems. If you tag cross paths in your question, that'll highlight it to Lucian and Dave. And hopefully that'll kind of be the equivalent of writing in capitals if that's been a pain in the ass.
Yeah, YouTube is just a pain in the ass all the time.
Right, so there's like 3 questions in there. So will I pull a card for each question? Do you think? Because there's quite a bit in that. It's quite a it's quite a bit in that question.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull one card.
One card for each kind of question.
Because I thought. Never mind. I don't know.
I mean, if that's all you feel like pulling.
Hold on, I'm just gonna go to the chat so I can see the question. Am I missing something? Oh, here it is.
I think I can maybe have a go at going first on this one if you want.
Okay. I can go too. I'm ready. But you can go first.
You sure? I'm happy if you want to go first, Dave.
Yep, you can go first. There you
go. So what I've done for you, Kay, there was 3 sentences there, so I've pulled a card for each sentence. Okay. So it's not going to be as detailed as what we would like to do with a question like that, but I'm going to pull a card for each sentence. So you said your ex-husband's having a heck of a time since your divorce last year. The card that I pulled for that is the Moon. Okay. The Moon talks a lot about fear. It talks, it's about being in, uncharted territory that you're not familiar with. The Moon casts a very deceiving light, and sometimes it can make things appear to be different than what they are. And when that happens, the fear response can sometimes kick in, and it can make us, it can stop us in our tracks. It can make us react in, sometimes irrational ways, and sometimes we react in a way that's completely counterproductive and against what would be helpful for us. So that's where I'm seeing that it is. I'm going to jump to the last sentence to your kind of second question there. You've said, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing when I talk to him? Now, what I've pulled here is the 7 of Wands, okay? The 7 of Wands for me, I mean, if we take a second to look at this card, actually. So she's messing with a volcano. Normally my advice to your average Joe would be not to mess with a volcano. It can be dangerous. If we think about the traditional meaning of the 7 of Wands, we're looking at, being opposed by several other people. So what I'm sensing here is that how you're choosing to help out your ex-husband, you've got a lot of people kind of maybe on your back saying that's maybe not how I would deal with the situation. Sometimes, see, I don't want to cross a line here. I don't want to cross a line into sounding like I can give advice on the situation that you're in, because it's not one that I've been in before. I'll do my cards, but my best to read the cards and not let too much of me come into this. But just like looking at that card, what I'm seeing is that potentially you're in a bit of a playing with fire situation. You're maybe wanting to take a bit of a step back. When we separate from people, sometimes you need to be cruel to be kind, and that you need to kind of give them some space, and that space might be the last thing that they want, but sometimes it's what's needed to actually let them progress and kind of work through their own shit that they'll obviously be dealing with the whole situation. And then the middle question was, how can I help support him when he gets, while he gets his act together? The card that I've pulled is the 7 of Cups. I mean, the 7 of Cups we would normally represent with being, there's a lot of choices in front of us. There's a lot of things that you could be doing that might help with his situation. I'm just not sure whether one of them is actually, doing what's natural to you and being there and interacting with them. I don't know whether it might be beneficial if you maybe give them a bit of space. And I'm really drawing on that last card there. I know this is obviously, it's a really kind of sensitive area. It will be for you as for him. I don't want to kind of presume to tell you too much here. What I will do is just for a couple of, for the last couple of seconds, just hold these cards up, because these are your advice cards. These are the ones that are kind of telling you what, the cards that I've pulled for you for each of your questions. What I would encourage you to do just now, whilst I'm holding these up, is have a look at the cards if you see something particular in these cards, because, we kind of talked about earlier on, I don't know if you were in the chat, but we talked about these being a psychological tool, yeah? So what you see in the cards is just as important as what I see. Sometimes it can be more important. So have a look at these pictures. If you feel as though they're speaking to you and they're telling you something particular about the questions that you've raised, then take that on board. That's something for you to think about. So I know that I've maybe not helped as much as what I would probably have liked to, and I'm sorry if that is the case. Do let us know how you found it. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. So yeah, Lucian and Dave, what have you guys got?
All right. I'm going to go next. I can see why you really struggled kind of with that reading, because I'm going to tell you, my cards tell a very similar story. I'm going to take my emotion out of it, and I'm going to just tell you what the cards say, because it's not all bad. I pulled the Sun card. Now, when you look at this card, hold on, I'm going to make myself big with this one. When you look at this card, right, you see two people standing in the card. They're shaking hands. They're friends. One's the sun, but one's, could be of water. Right. And that says, yes, it is a good thing to be helpful. Now, it's got to be like genuinely helpful, not on that line where it shouldn't be. The next card, and that's all I'm going to say. It's got to be truly helpful for both parties. Like, I'll give an example. If you don't want to be giving him any sort of false hopes or anything of that nature, the relationship and turned out the way it is now for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Next card, Six of Cups. This is balance. This card, and this is an emotional card. Cups to me is kind of emotional. This needs to be in balance. It needs to be well in check. This relationship. It doesn't mean turn your back on him. It doesn't mean don't stop supporting him. But it's got to be, beneficial for both of you, and it's got to truly be beneficial. Last card is the King of Pentacles. And when I get in this card, right, he's standing in the snow. A good king has got to learn to stand on his own, even in the coldest of times. That's where he needs to be. He needs to stand on his own. If that makes any sense. It kind of, I see where Chris was going with the whole thing. It's, you gotta, there's definitely a line kind of there somewhere, that, is the right balance, if you would.
For me, I'm gonna just talk to you. So,
wow,
the
it's a good
first
one.
card I pulled was the Hermit. And for me, the Hermit signifies...
I just made it big.
Oh, hi. The first card I pulled was the Hermit. And to me, it's all about... Damn it, I had the word for it. Hold on. What was the word? And it was a great word. And now I forgot that one word.
What does it mean? We'll try and help you. What does the word mean?
Can you describe it to me?
No, that's the thing. My brain just went blank. Like literally just went blank. So
you have to smoke.
It's not distancing. It's not
isolating.
Not isolation. It was a word that I didn't think of until I saw the card, and I was like, "Oh, let's put it this way," because it was a bit different. But now that's different, and I can't remember it. It's not helping. That's awkward. We'll go back to that one. So I pulled the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is all about emotions. She is there for her family. Family means everything to her. She is willing to do everything for family. And family is always the forefront of her mind. I pulled the Hanged Man, which to me represents perspective, mostly. Now the reading's just off because I can't remember what my word was for the Hermit. But to me, it's all about patience. That was the word. Patience for the Hermit. Give it time. Time heals all wounds. And just tap into the perspective. See it from his side of what's going on. Because usually when someone is troubled and you're trying to be there for them to push through, it's always better to see it from their perspective. Because a lot of the times when we think of certain situations, we see it from an outside point of view, but we never go inward to see what they're thinking and their side of the story. So, yeah, I just say patience and perspective is what is really going to help understand what's going on and how to deal with the situation at hand. So,
interesting.
Now that I remember what that damn word was.
That was like the ultimate buffer. That was like a full-on glitch. He got the reboot.
That was, yeah, I rebooted. That wasn't buffering this time. That was like a reboot.
But I'm glad you got it out. Oh my god, I was rooting for you. But it doesn't make sense. Perspective.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a perspective, and that is a word I wish I actually popped in my head, because yes, it's that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got to keep that in balance. Don't there's a point where it's too much. Keep that perspective.
It's okay. I hope that you're doing okay. You know, getting the feeling that you're very much focused on him, despite everything that's happened. You know, it takes a really special kind of person to be able to put your own, I mean, what you must be going through aside to look after him. So I really admire you for that, and I just hope that you're looking after yourself as well as, you know, what you're trying to do for him, because that's just as important. Obviously, you know, you've got all of us are here if you ever need to chat, and you know, I'll assume that you've got kind of people around about you, in your sphere that you can kind of speak to and all that. You've just said you're great, right? That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Just make sure you're looking after yourself.
Yeah, it does. It definitely takes a special kind of soul to even talk to him.
It's a lot of strength and courage.
Like if it was my ex, the different zip code, that gone. I don't want to ever see you again, ever. But I would never be in that situation because I have a cow.
Anyways. So up next is Lene Smith. Lene is still here.
Oh, I called her Laney. Sorry. Oh.
I had to double check my notes just to make sure. I'm like, is it? Was I pronouncing it wrong?
Yeah, no, I think it's just me. I thought it was like Laney, short for Elaine. That's just what I saw in my head. But yeah, no, Lene makes more sense.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I must be
The next person who's getting read for is called Lene.
Oh, it's Lene. Yeah.
And I had pronounced it Laney.
Oh.
So lovely, Lene.
Wants a general and number 3.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Right.
General for Lene.
Get the wizard, Davo. Yeah, you know this one's going to be a good one. My ear's itching. The sound of silent shuffling. A little bit of ASMR here on the Popcorn Party. Hi guys. So while Dave is shuffling, we'll do some ASMR. So the general question is for Lene, aka Laney. And it's a general with deck number 3, which is my original Wizard's Tarot.
Yeah, but I'm moving my thingy away from my ear because I can't stand the ASMR. It sends shivers down my spine.
I can't either. I hate it. It's completely pointless. It's absolutely, completely terrible, pointless. I can't stand it either. I don't know why I just did that. Oh, man.
Who wants to go first? I've got my cards here, but I'm happy to let someone else go
Shit,
first if
you're
you
up.
want.
Oh. Put me on the spot. So we have the Three of Wands.
Hold on, I'm gonna make you beg. Hello.
So here we have the Three of Wands. The Wands. Oh, here we have the Three of Wands. The Wands is all about energy, fire, drive. What are you doing?
So they can see your face in the card.
And then with the Three of Wands, it's all about movement and pushing forward. And then with the Queen of Wands, she is all about energy and drive and creating her vision of what she wants. She doesn't let other things control her decisions. She makes them herself. And then we have the Emperor, which is pretty much the same thing. He is... Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what this is. Do you want to go, Dave?
Yeah, because it's exactly it's the same thing.
I'm like having trouble here.
No, you're not. Watch this amazingness.
Okay.
Because you've got it right on the head. My first card is the Eight of Cups. It's time to move on from something. Move forward. Don't hold yourself back. It's time. You've stacked your cups. Time to move forward. I've got the Magician. There's some creation, creating the magic. This, think about. Look at this card. This is what the Magician does. Is he creates magic. He creates things from the elements, from energy, from thin air. He's the magician. He's the magical creator. He's limitless. As above, so below, infinity. Okay. Then the last card is the Empress of the Emperor. Not the Emperor. Bleh. His, it's the Emperor. Mine, it's represented as the King of Pentacles. That's solid, that take a rest. It's time to move forward. But keep in mind, you need to walk before you run. Don't be too aggressive. Don't be too drastic. Walk a little bit, then take a rest. Walk a little bit, then take a rest. So I think that's what actually both sets of cards say.
Okay, now that I had a second. So with the Emperor is very focused. He's very in control of his own situation, his own destiny, of what he wants to accomplish. He lays out the plans, the foundations. He sees it through. Yeah. There we go.
But he will stop, rest, and analyze and think.
Yes, he'll give it the time needed, not just rush into it without any action or plan.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Doingity.
That's Chris.
Oh, Chris, Raya. Chris, you here?
Hey, still here, don't worry. Right, I'm definitely keeping with the theme that the guys are picking up on with the change. I think though I might be seeing the story a wee bit displaced, so I might be seeing a wee bit before what's leading up to the kind of change. So what I'm seeing here is, so I've pulled the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. The situation that I'm looking at something to do with exchange. I'm looking to do with something basically unfair, someone being underhand, something's not quite right. you feel as though you've maybe been treated unfairly, you've not got back as much as you've put out. The advice, we need to cut to the truth of the matter, cut to the heart of the matter. Threes are about kind of growth and the swords about understanding. So we really need to kind of look at, like, lay all the cards out on the table, look at the situation. Everything needs to be laid bare, and it can be a painful process. If you feel as though there's been shit done to you, and it can be quite hard to actually say, right, let's just look at everything. Sometimes ignorance can be bliss, but that's not what the advice is in the cards for you. Certainly not ignorance. You need to kind of fully understand everything that's going on. I'm sorry if this isn't resonating, because I know I'm being like oddly specific. But if it is resonating with you and you think, I know what that might be, look right into it. Swords energy is intellect, it's understanding. Get right to the meat, the juicy center of that situation. Spare no detail. Look right into it. It might be painful and it might cause you some pain. Uh, Same thing, being painful and causing you pain. But yeah, I would encourage you really to kind of look into whatever it is that's going on. And the last card that I've pulled is the Hanged Man. Hanged Man, all about being, your perspective changes. Okay, and with the Hanged Man, you're kind of very much. It can be a painful process because you're pushing your body to its limits, or so the kind of traditional story behind the card is. It's in the Fool's Journey. He hangs himself upside down, thus pushing his body to the extremes, to the limits. That hanging upside down, that kind of, it's like a kind of vision quest type idea. You alter your state of mind and you're able to see things in a whole new way. So yeah, there is a change coming up for you. I think we can all see that. But yeah, just dialing back a wee bit, I think that the change might be a result of something, of you being wronged. And the advice is to really cut to the heart of the matter. So I really do hope that helps. If you've absolutely no idea what I'm talking about and everything's fine and dandy, then you know that is really great, because I would hope that no one has to go through a situation like that. Um, but still bear it in mind and just make sure that you're kind of seeing things as best you can. Don't let anyone pull the wool over your eyes. Yeah, that's me.
Fantastic.
Did that help at all, Lene?
We're doing more ASMR.
Up next is Caroline. I remember you said general. Do you know what number deck you want to use? 1, 2, or 3?
1, 2, or 3, or 4.
And then right after Caroline is Serana, and then that's it for tonight.
Yeah, wow. It's been an hour and it's been like 2 hours.
Ooh.
God, it's been so long since I've been home.
Are you guys wanting to call it a night after that? Are you ready to finish up, or are you wanting to, if there's anyone else that wants a question, what we want to do?
Up after who did I just say? Serana. Yeah, because I want to spend a little bit of time with Dave. And for some reason tonight my brain is like mush. I don't know why. It's like I'm out of it. I'm buffering a lot more than usual.
Who is this? Is this who we're doing here?
Yeah, Caroline. Somewhere in Time Tarot. General toward family and home, please. Was there a specific deck for Dave you wanted to use, Caroline?
Where's my chat from the children? I used the Wizard's Tarot. I so suck at shuffling. Shuffle like an old lady.
You always say that, Dave, but I like listening to your shuffling. I can never quite see it because your hands are below the camera, but I like listening to it. It sounds really nice.
Oh, good. I'm glad I do it like this. Does it actually sound like I know what I'm doing?
Yep.
Oh my God, if you only saw the nonsense that was going on back here. Just for the shuffle.
I can't. This is weird. I can't shuffle the deck.
Some decks.
It's like hard. They're too big.
Yeah, it's a very kind of thick deck, isn't it? Like I sometimes find it quite hard to shuffle just because of how thick this way it is.
But look, the entire deck doesn't even fit like in my hand.
That's why I do this. Love this Wizards Tarot deck because it's basically standard playing card size. It's a very small deck, and it's very pliable. So shuffling,
sure. So I don't lose my train of thought here. So I pulled the Tower. There's going to be a lot of things headed your way that will shake you. It'll make you question a lot of things, but as long as you have that foundation and strength to help steady you, then it will be okay. You'll be able to push through. We have the Nine of Cups, which to me represents taking that leap of faith. You're going to have a lot of decisions to make that are going to influence the outcome of the chaos around you, pretty much, and how you deal with it. But no, with the Lover's card, love is the strongest magic there is. And you will be able to get through it and all the things that may shake you, the decisions that you have to make with the support of your family. They will be there for you. Love is always going to win. And you'll be able to conquer the storm with the support of your family.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to go next. First card's Eight of Swords. You're trapped. You are really feeling trapped.
I can't get out.
That's it. You can't get out. I've fallen and I can't get up. But you'll notice she has a blindfold on. There's something you're not seeing. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Proverbially, not physically. I mean, I hope your eyes are open now because you should be watching us. But you know what I'm saying. Now we have the Three of Cups. It's the card of growth. It's celebration. It's that good turn. It's that really grow, have faith, and take that step, because it could lead to celebration. And the next card is the Nine of Cups. That's when you see the reward from taking that faithful step. This is, it's nine. It's success. It's cheers. It's happiness. It's celebrating. Okay, Chris's turn.
Exactly, Caroline.
So, Lucian, what did you say? You said something about waiting out the storm or something about the storm. Can you refresh me your reading? Because I really kind of chilled with that.
I said for the Tower that there was going to be a storm headed her way. As long as she kept her feet planted firmly, she'll be able to weather through it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Generally something
Cool.
like that.
Yeah, I just wanted to... that's fine. Right, okay. So asking about family and home life, the first thing I'm going to say is everything's going to be fine. The final card that I pull for you is the Queen of Pentacles. You can't ask for a better cards when it comes to your family and home life than the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, when it comes to family and when it comes to kind of looking after her home, she knows just what to do. She appreciates the whole kind of spectrum of things. For example, when it comes to kind of looking after our kids and raising our kids, the Queen of Pentacles is just as proficient at giving out lollipops as she has ass whoopings. Okay, she knows that with the cycle of life, there's just as much need for love and nurturing as there is for discipline. If we want to use another analogy, when it comes to growing a plant, you need to water it, you need to nurture it, but you also need to cut off the dead bits to make sure that it thrives. Okay? The Queen of Pentacles has a full appreciation of that whole cycle. You know your shit well, you can look after your home, so you have that confidence because that's you. That's you right there. Okay? The Queen of Pentacles is the most loving, kind, generous person that you'll ever meet. Equally, she will sleep with a baseball bat underneath her pillow. Maybe not her pillow, that'd be quite uncomfortable, wouldn't it? But at her bedside in case she needs to get rid of any bad people that are trying to break into her home or that do anything bad to her family. She will set about them. That might be a bit of a Scottish phrase. I'm going to have you all speaking fluent Scottish slang by the end of this. But yeah, she will deal with them and she will deal with them well. So that is you, and that's what I want to focus on now. Lucian saw a wee bit of a storm. The first two cards that I pulled are the Sun and the Moon. So I think with Opal, I pulled two consecutive cards as well, and now we've kind of done it in the reverse order. The Sun is telling me if there's a bit of a situation going on with your home or your family life, bearing in mind that the Queen is telling you that you've got all the tools at your disposal that you need to deal with any situation that happens. No one could do this better than you. The Sun is telling me that what your first instinct is to kind of wait it out. The sun's going to come up anyway, so whilst all the shit's going on, it is going to come to an end. Remember, the sun and the moon each rise in cycles. Okay, we need to sometimes when shit happens, the right thing to do is to wait it out, but sometimes we need to deal with that shit. All right. So the sun's telling me that what maybe your first instinct, what you want to do is just wait it out, maybe just sit and wait and just enjoy the sun whilst it's there. But that moon is in the middle. The message of the moon, it's normally to embrace the chaos and trust that everything's going to be okay. If we pair that with the message of this Queen, deal with the shit whilst it's happening. I feel as though you need to tackle it head on. Now, I don't know what I'm just catching the comments here. So I don't know what it is that if there is a situation, I'm not sure quite what it is. It might be something really daft and not daft, but it might be something really not as dramatic as what I'm making it out. I'm making it out like somebody's coming in to break into your home and you're going to go down and beat them up with a baseball bat. Don't do that. It might not be something as as dramatic as that. But the advice in these cards anyway is whatever the situation is, deal with it head on rather than waiting it out. And that's where I'll end.
Hold on, you gotta do me a favor. Can you just say baseball bat one more time?
Baseball bat?
I just love the way it says it. I love the way it says baseball bat.
I love how
baseball
you say Garl. See,
my wee sisters say they don't pronounce I. They say girl. I think they say it just to wind me up, but I'm like, there's an I in girl. Not girl.
That's how we say it. Girl.
That's the way Lucian says it. Lucian actually seriously said that to me. I can't remember what it was. We were talking about me organising my wedding, and Lucian was like, have you done this? Have you done this? And I was like, nope. And he went, girl, what have you done? And I was like, don't stress me out, Lucian.
Come across as some sort of expert. His mom threw us the most amazing island wedding.
She planned everything.
Everything. We didn't even know it was going to happen.
I don't know. I actually did because she was communicating with me.
No, to the extent.
No. Okay, so this was it. She was the one going, okay, do you like this cake or this cake or this cake? I just go, that one. Do you like this design for the napkin? This one or this one? That one. That was my extent of what I did. I just helped choose.
You
Okay.
didn't even help choose. You think
Yes,
you're
I
lying.
did,
No,
girl.
you didn't. 'Cause you
So,
didn't tell me what-
Serana, you are our final read for the night. If you are here, what is your question, love? And type it in all caps.
in all
I
caps.
think she actually said she wanted a general reading when she posted the question at the very first. But Samara or Sarama, are you still here?
I think she did as I shred up me some more Skywalker OG. Just going back to see. No?
Oh, sorry. Distracted. Let me scroll up here.
Yeah, because you got it on your phone. I mean, I can do it on here, but it's easier on your phone.
Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Yes, I would like a general reading.
All right.
That's what you said.
Oh, man. That was a fucking big bug.
Is she still here? I don't even know if she's still here.
Oh, hold on. Well,
Kate Thompson has asked if you guys have got an anniversary coming up. It was like yesterday or the day before, wasn't it?
Yep, our anniversary was 2 days ago. On the 9th. It's the 11th, right? Forget.
yes. I got a little confused because it shifted over a day. I guess that's the way the year works, right? Because our wedding was on the Saturday when we flew out to the island. General towards the family and home.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit before because I'm packing a bowl.
Oh, there you are. Okay. So, Serana, you want a general reading, right?
Cool.
Oh, wow. Oh. That's interesting.
Oh shit! I just burped. Hold on, I'll get there. You guys will see how amazing the Wiz is. I'm still packing a bowl, and I'll get my cards ready to be the third person to read. Where's my weed bag? All right.
Oh, wow. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
So I've got the Queen of Pentacles as the third card again. That's weird. Because I just put my cards in random places. I don't pop them all at the top of the deck or anything like that. So it's weird that that's come out again. So that really wanted to come out. It's got a lot to say for itself tonight, obviously. First card that I've got is Justice.
Sure, Dave Lau.
Justice. So that is the situation that we're looking at.
Oh, good.
When Justice comes up, Justice is talking about the message that I feel myself saying when Justice comes up is trust the system, you know. And I know that if you look at it realistically in practice in the world that we're in just now, probably no justice system is actually perfect in practice. And the reason for that is because everything's run by people who have their own self-interests at heart. It's very rare that you'll come across someone in the justice system who can actually put their own self-interest aside and deal with things as, you know, the law says that they should in an absolutely 100% objective, fair way. But that objective and fairness is what we're looking at when we look at the Justice card. Lady Justice is what you'll often see. You know, she's often blinded, and for me that really represents shows absolutely no favoritism. She's not looking at the people that, you know, she's not drawn towards any particular person, you know. It's all about the facts that are laid in front of her. And the Justice card, you'll often see it associated with contracts. A contract is just like a mini justice system, you know. It is a system that everybody signs up to. Everyone knows what the terms are. Everyone signs up to it and agrees to it. And they keep to the terms of that contract. And if they don't, then there's consequences, and the contract will set out what those consequences are. If they do keep to the terms, then, you know, depending on what the situation is, they'll get paid, or, you know, whatever it is. And the overall justice system that we live in is just a kind of more macrocosm. It's more a kind of grander version of that. So that's the situation that we're looking at. Now, I realise that I've just given you basically a definition of the justice card. You have asked for a general reading. So we're looking at something in that area. Now, advice, the card in the middle that I'm looking at is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles after that, like I said. So Pentacles is all about, you know, the journey of the Pentacles is, you know, our journey to feel safe and secure. We're looking at things like our house, our money, our health, all of that kind of thing. The things that basically make us feel secure in our own material lives. The tens you often associate with coming to the end of a cycle. All right. So I don't know if there's maybe a renewal of terms or something like that. If you're looking at maybe moving home, changing something in your life that's, you know, something that's one of your kind of foundations. All right. So you might be looking at a time of upheaval. The Queen's coming in at the end there to tell you, like I'd said to Somewhere in Time Tarot, Caroline, is it? You've got this, you know, you've got all the tools that you need to deal with this situation. And there is no one that can deal with a situation that you are in better than you can. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, she is proficient at dealing with it. So all these things that I'm talking about, the things that make us feel secure and safe in our kind of physical lives, the Queen of Pentacles is really she's the nurturer, you know, she's the kind of mother, the divine mother, she's the protector. She protects that. Change is one of the facts of life. It's one of the things that we're all going to come up against. But when it comes to the Pentacles and home is where the heart is the expression that I want to say to you. Okay. Now you might not be looking to move house. We might not be talking about your literal home, but whatever the changes are, whatever the upheaval is that's maybe looking to happen around about you, you've got this. And just remember that the most important thing is that, you know, the people around about you have got you to support them. I think that's where I want to kind of leave that. Lucian and Dave, are you guys there?
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go?
Oh, you can go first.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Our first card is a Three of Wands. When I see this card, it's, you know, taking one last look, you know, before turning back. With this pull, it's about perspective. Now, you know, so she's kind of looking back, looking from afar, you know, or even looking forward, but, you know, from afar. But then we have the Nine of Wands. You know, she's facing in the opposite direction. She is looking back, standing her ground. So when I put these two cards together, hopefully I have them in the right direction. Right. First, you got this card, which is the Three of Wands, which represents growth. Right. But then you have the Nine of Wands over here, which to me represents success, right? So you can't have one without the other, right? It's, you need to step out of your box. You need to grow, you know, for success to take place. You need to, you know, there might be a little bit of faith involved, but you need to not hold yourself back. Status quo is not your friend. It's time to, you know, it's time for that growth. It's time to grow. Whatever that means to you right now, in your heart right now, what it is to grow, to the next level. That's what this is about. Time to grow. Having that faith. You end with the Seven of Pentacles. That when I see this card and I call it the Pentacle Tree. Why am I not big? Right? It is looking at the fruits of your harvest. It is looking at that success, right? It's when you look at this tree, Pentacles to me represents that monetary, that wealth, and it could be wealth of knowledge or wealth of wealth or wealth of whatever.
Wealth of wealth.
Wealth of wealth. But it's you are reaping the rewards. It's time to harvest them from the tree. It's the fruits of the work of that labor. It's taking having faith, taking that step forward for growth, to get to that success, for you to see, you can see the fruits of your rewards on your pentacle tree.
And to continue the Pentacle Tree, it all starts with the Ace of Pentacles.
Pentacles.
That spark the beginning stages. It's all about nurturing, growing your ideas into fruition from this. Into fruition. The Knight of Pentacles is about taking that seed and running with it, because the Knights is all about motion. The Swords are all about the mental aspect and really pushing forward. And then Two of Pentacles is about balance, making sure that everything connects and flows.
Oh, that was pretty.
That was deep.
That was
quick, but it was deep.
No, but it was good.
So, yeah.
Wow. Well, that was good.
Did that help, Serrano?
That helped me. Where did my cards go? There they are. Wow, that was fun. Is that the last poison?
Yep, that was it for tonight.
That's good. Oh, we was on for 2 hours and 21 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That is a long-ass show. All right.
So, Dave, are you looking forward to sleeping in your own bed tonight then?
Well, of course I am.
I was like, really? Well, no, I missed having all the bed space. It'll be fun to be squished up against the wall.
Yeah, that hotel room bed was big.
Our bed was big without you in it and the cat.
I was like, I could just lay like this. That's what I feel bad. I when I take these trips, I've been living there for 10 days, sleeping the way it's going to happen tonight. He's going to be laying down, and there's just going to be arms and legs everywhere. I feel so bad.
Oh, that's good.
My poor Lucian.
Anyways, we are going to wrap this up.
I think we should get a pizza and watch a movie.
Oh, pizza? We could. I was thinking burger, but pizza's fine. Pizza will do.
Pizza will do.
Yeah, we'll do pizza.
I need anchovies,
sorry, we're
though,
sitting here
even if
talking.
they're on the side. I know, but it has to happen.
Anchovies just are disgusting.
They're not disgusting. Anchovies.
Anyways.
So, Chris, do you like anchovies?
No.
So that means I'm right.
No, you're wrong. Two against one, honey. Two against one.
I don't care. It's ain't no democracy. I eat what I eat.
It's a cheerocracy.
Oh my God. I was watching on the plane because I was stumbling through the Southwest because I get free Wi-Fi. What is it? I Feel Pretty. I was watching I Feel Pretty. You remember I Feel Pretty?
Yes. What about it?
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Okay, how did that have anything to do with what?
That's what I was watching on the plane.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about a movie. Oh, give me a scratch.
I wasn't even talking about a movie.
I don't know. What were you talking about?
I was talking about Cheerocracy, and then you just went on a rant about your movie.
Oh, but I don't know. Cheerocracy was some...
Anyways,
oh, yeah.
So we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you everyone for stopping in. This was really fun. Thank you, Chris, for being here. Wait a
minute. Chris didn't fall down.
What?
who was supposed to be on tonight till Chris fell down.
Oh. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like lost his mind already.
Chris, just do this.
Oh, really? You just want me to fall down? I mean,
don't throw yourself on the floor. Just go like this.
I mean, like, I maybe would literally have fallen down, but my last vodka Coke was poured by my other half, who, I mean, when I pour a vodka, it maybe comes up to here, and the Coke kind of makes up the top, but that just tastes like Coke to me. So
with your bartender, he's a little light with the liquor. You can't be happy with that. Nope.
So you want me to fall over to cue you to change over to the thing?
No. You don't want to don't throw yourself on the floor. We'll let Lucia do it instead.
Here, okay, I'm Chris.
Hey.
Yay.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night.
Lovely to speak to
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Thanks for coming on and joining in.
And we will see you next week.
Yes. Well, no, not next week.
Yeah, next week.
We're not going to do Wednesday?
Wednesday is next week.
Well, Wednesday next week. It's not a week from now. Not next week, like next Saturday.
No.
When you tell me next week. No, when you tell me, hey, I'm going to be here next week, that means next week, next Saturday.
No.
Yes.
Not to me.
Yes.
Anyways, you're just weird.
No, I'm not weird.
Everyone.
Where's the friend? I'm going to play the thing.
Bye.
Guys,
Bye,
love
everyone.
you. Bye.